So, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, and just like every other Sunday, I'm just gonna do a quick, brief weekly breakdown what I'm expecting from the charts going into the new week, and yeah, just quick breakdown. So it won't be quick and simple, short. So let's look at the yen index just to get a gauge of what's happening. Go on the weekly time frame. You can see I've got potential targets of this previous week high, and this will be last week's high, so this will be something that we need to keep an eye on. Last week's high, then we're going to the daily time frame. So now last week I was really bullish. I thought we was gonna get to this previous week high last week, but now we didn't. We retraced and we tapped into this daily fair value gap. So from here I'm expecting this now the reaction is to push price up to these areas above. So if that's what I'm expecting for the yen, then Ftmo, sorry, and I've had a confirmation with this you know what, in fact, has that broken that? It hasn't broken it. I haven't had a confirmation on the yen index to go long yet. I need to see this high break. So look, good job I've actually looked again, because that's the low, that's the high that needs to break for me to be bullish. So let's change that to there. So once this breaks, I'll be bullish on the yen index, meaning that yes, GJ has. So now GJ tapped in again to this weekly volume imbalance and swept this previous day's high, giving me a shift on the 12-hour time frame here. That's why I put shift sells. So I'm bearish on GJ yen, but because I haven't got the confirmation on the yen index, it's for me that's what I call false confirmation. So potentially this could just be a sweep and we could actually push higher, but I would just have to wait for the yen index to just literally, once I get price action above here, I could start looking for a short setup on GBP. Well, I'm just gonna start calling it GJ, and my targets for that would be, gotta keep an eye out on this will be last week's low, because potentially we can shift from there. And then we've got this weekly volume imbalance, which was I thought we was gonna get to last week, but we tapped this daily fair value gap and just reversed on me. So yeah, that's that. So potentially sells on GJ, but I just need that confirmation on the yen index to get that full confirmation on that bias. Going on to the dollar index. So I've been waiting for the dollar to start pushing back on its bullish trend, but it's been pushing up, pushing down. But now I think this might be the start of it. So we've had, if you can see here, we've had this red dotted line is a previous week, so we swept the previous week low and into a daily fair value gap. So that's a nice, for me, there are signs that we could potentially be bullish, and it's a nice zone that we're coming off, and we've swept liquidity. And then I'm looking for the shift. We had a nice clean shift. That's the high, that's the low. What tapped into the daily fair value gap, we shifted, and now potentially we want to try and see if price can set the pace and start pushing higher again, up into these highs, these highs, these highs, these three highs, previous week highs being my targets. I would say weekly we've been moving like what, 1900, that was an FP week, so yeah, 1850, this is an FP week, sorry, 1200. So if we could potentially get a bullish push of what we've been doing for the past 3 weeks, we can easily see ourselves getting price getting to here if we do carry on with a bullish bias. And lastly here, even if it takes 2 weeks, like say we get here and then the next one gets here, it's just a good way to have a bias and just try to find setups going in that direction, and then just seeing how price reacts at these targets. So because I'm because I'm bullish on the dollar now, it just means simple like on EU, I'm looking for sells. We didn't quite get into that the volume, is it a daily volume? So we've got a volume imbalance on the daily time frame and the fair value gap. So I've just marked the whole area up. We didn't quite get into it, but when we look on here, you can see we've now tapped into a weekly fair value gap strong zone that potentially could see reversal from. So that's strong, and again we swept the previous week high. So for me, these are like, this is like 10-10 for me, because we've swept the previous week high, we've swept into a fair value gap, a weekly fair value gap at that, and I'm sure I've had my confirmation. Yep, I've had my confirmation on the 4 hour, so I've definitely had it on the 2 hour. So once, so really, I could have been probably selling Friday, to be fair, but I just thought I'll just wait to see if see what Monday brings. And my targets being same again. So I've got the same kind of areas marked out. I've got not last week's. Well, next week this will be last week, so this will be the last week's low here. So I need to watch out for that. Last week low. We've got previous week low. We've got another previous week low. So again, these three targets, we just want to see how price reacts in this at these areas, these levels. With that said, my first trade, potentially if we are bearish, would be something like this. See what the risk to reward could be looking like. That's another area as well. If I see any rejection there, so I've got to be aware of that previous day low. But to the first, to last week's low, potentially could be a 1 to 3. I might even try see if we can dive a bit deeper into this zone to try and just pass my challenge, something like that. Once, if we get a break of this area anyway, and then try to target down here, knowing that if I see any sort of funny business here or here, these dotted lines are the previous day's lows. A lot of like, yeah, potentially we could like sweep these areas and then reverse. But yeah, that's it really. So I'm hoping, when I seen the price action, because I looked at it on Saturday, I was thinking like, if I'm correct with the bias, this is going to be a nice, it's never easy trading, but a nice steady week to just get some steady gains in, because the bias is the targets and the way what we're coming from, the zones that we're coming off, like a weekly fair value gap in the previous week high, and then we've had the confirmation. Majority of the time it should be just some nice price action back to the downside. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, but we just have to see what price gives. And that's it really. But now, saying that, with the yen index, it's kind of playing. That's annoying. But we just have to kind of just wait and see. And then it's like, now if we do have price here, where is GJ gonna be? Is it gonna be worth it me taking any positions? But if say we break and we're here, oops, how much is, what type of move is it? If we're trading, say price is trading below here on a Tuesday or Wednesday, just trying to figure out what have I got potential to this area. 223 points. I don't know how big the candle's gonna be, so I can't really. Yeah, there's no point because I don't know where price is gonna be at that point. But yeah, like, all I can think is if yen index breaks this area here and closes above, I'm bullish, and it just depends where we are on GJ at that point, and then I can kind of see like, okay, we're dealing with this amount of points to the next area, depending on my stop loss. Is that trade really worth me taking? And then Bitcoin, for me, I don't like this wick. I feel like, yeah, price action for me on Bitcoin right now, I don't like none of this, so I'll probably stay away from it. For me to trade it, for me to trade Bitcoin right now, it would, yeah, it's not gonna happen for a bit, because I need to, unless I just forget about the wick and go off the body, then I could still be bullish. But because of this wick, my rules are we potentially, well, yeah, Bitcoin's not nice. Bitcoin's not nice at all right now. It's just we're just in this zone for me. We're just in this range right now. Unless I just decide to like, oh, forget the wick and go on like the body of the candle, then I would say we're still bullish, and then I just need to look for my entry setup to target like 105, or at least where we got to last week, 104 k. But for me, I probably won't be trading Bitcoin next week. Yeah, this week kind of messed everything up for me. This is what it is. Hopefully, maybe we can sort out this week. If I could get something like a big drop, take out this wick. So surprise drop. Oh my goodness, I'm so rubbish at this. If price drops down, takes out that wick, takes out again, pushes up, then I can now say, okay, I can be bullish. But at this moment in time, the way price is, I can't even. Yeah, it's just messy price action, so I can't be involved. There's no point trying. Why am I gonna try to force trades when I've got clean price action on I've got clean prices on Euro USD. GJ is nearly there. Once this confirms that we're fully, like, once this confirms and stock closes above here, I'm bullish, meaning I'm bearish on GJ. Got clean targets. It only makes sense. EU as well. Right now, it only makes sense. All I need to see now is a break of a candle. Boom, get in, target, let the trade do its thing. Win or lose, it is what it is. So, if I've been wrong with EU for a minute with the bias as well, like the past 2 weeks with Euro USD and the dollar, I've been wrong. But I think now it's about time. The bias that I've had is about to start coming into play. So let's just see if that can happen. All this correction as well, like this price action here, is not really, I wouldn't say it's volatile, it's a bit crap, like the way it's gone up there. So now we just want to see strong selling up, then just take out all these lows. But we'll see if that can happen. Try to capitalize on it, and yeah, just try to pass this challenge, make some gains on my live account, my personal account. Try get in a good position for New Year. My plan is to, if I didn't mess up the past 2 weeks on them GJ runs, and that, was it the Euro USD run? No, it was GJ run. I would have done my phase 1 by now. Potentially could have passed phase 2. So the plan is to try pass phase 1, ready for New Year, and then be on phase 2 for New Year, because I can get that done. Do you know what I mean? And then try be funded for, like, depending what, hopefully price action is good on January, but if not, try be funded for like latest March, February, March. Try be funded, and then just run it up from there, and then just build from there, get more accounts. But right now I'm here, I'm 6% up on my challenge, and yeah, that's it. Trying to get it done before Christmas, and yeah, so let's see if this analysis plays out. Is there anything that, yeah, I'm not really, there's nothing really going against this bearish bias that I've got for the Euro USD right now. There's no like strong points for me that would say, oh, but this is going against what you're trying to do. Apart from the fact that we did close, it was a quite weak push. It's a quite weak, yeah. Fair enough. It started out there and then we ended up here. No, that's alright. But yeah, it was supposed to be nice and short, 14 minutes, a bit long, but yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you are, please like and subscribe, and just, yeah, peace and love.